Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Give me a kiss.
Hey, how about a frogman getting in on some of that kissing?
Okay. Who you want to kiss first, Shorty or Bessie?
Stay right there, and I'll show you.
Ellie Mae, you know what I just found out?
What, pal?
Shorty Kellums told me why Granny was so dead set against Mark. She thinks... What's this critter want?
She wants to give you a kiss.
Let's just settle for a handshake.
What was that about Granny and me?
Pa's found out why she don't like you.
I already know, because I'm a naval frogman.
Yeah, but to her, that means from your navel down, you're a frog.
You're joking.
Oh, and seeing you like this wearing the bottom half of your suit, that convinced her.
No wonder she's been trying to bust us up.
She thinks I'm a freak.
And that ain't all. She thinks you can turn other folks into water critters like seals and frogs just by getting them in the cement pond.
Oh, boy.
Poor Granny. I bet she's been worried half out of her mind.
I'm going up and get her now. And Mark, you show her how you shuck out your rubber suit.
Right.
That ought to end all our suffering and misery.
Hey, Granny, can I please have another helping of grits?
Jethro, how long have you been eating breakfast now?
Oh, shucks, as long as I can remember.
I mean, how many helpings of grits have you had?
Well, a couple of million, I reckon.
I'm talking about this morning.
Oh, this morning. Probably no more than a dozen.
Is there no bottom to that stomach of yours?
Well, it ain't just a stomach you're feeding. Sitting up there is a giant brain. That rascal gets hungry.
Granny, would you please come down to cement pond with me?
I'd be glad to. Anything to get out of this kitchen. It seems like there's nothing but work, work, work. That's all I ever. Where'd you say we was going?
Cement pond.
What for?
Well, you'll find out when you get there.
Is Ellie's frog boomer down there?
Yeah, he's waiting for you. Come on.
Oh, what are you aiming to do to me?
We aim to put an end to all your worries and miseries. Now, don't be scared. Come on.
You're gonna drown me.
No, he ain't.
Yes, you are. Jethro, save me.
Okay, Granny. Quick as I finish eating these grits.
Come on, Granny.
Oh, please, Jed. I got a lot of good years left in me yet. I'll work hard. I won't complain, but don't drown me.
Granny.
It's a terrible way to go. I'm so scared of water.
Granny, will you listen to me?
If you're determined to get rid of me, make it quick and merciful. Stop me. Here, I'll make it easy for you. Stop me.
Jethro, you tote your Granny down to the cement pond.
Yes, sir, but Jed, you gonna drown her?
No, I'm not going to drown her.
So what are you gonna do?
Him and that frogman will likely turn me into some kind of a water critter. Oh.
Turn her into a duck. I love duck eggs.
Help! Please! Help! Help! Police! He's fixing to murder an old lady over here.
hush up. Tote her over there to Mark.
Please, Jethro, don't let that frog monster have me. Ellie, don't let Mark change me into a duck.
A duck?
Jethro wants to eat my eggs.
Granny, all I want to do is show you that I'm not part frog.
Of course you ain't. Of course you ain't. You're a beautiful man. Perfect. Can I go now, Jed?
Sure, Mark.
He sheds his skin like a snake. Save me, boy. Don't let him get your old granny.
Look, Granny, it's just a rubber suit.
He ain't no water critter.
And he can't turn nobody else into one, neither.
So you don't have to be scared of him no more.
What gave you the idea that I was scared? Jed, I am the happiest woman in the whole world. Today is my granddaughter's wedding day.
Wedding day.
Well, why not? There's nothing to keep her and Mark from getting married now.
Well, there's one thing. He ain't asked her.
I'll take care of that.
Oh, no, you don't. If it happens, it's going to happen natural without no help from you.
Jed, I'll be so sly about it, they won't even know I'm helping.
Mark will be in directly, so I'll go up and change.
Slip into a wedding dress, honey.
A what?
Granny means a pretty dress, darling.
Oh, yes, sir, Pa.
It was real sly, Granny.
That was just a slip. But with Mark, I'll be as sly as a fox.
You'll be as quiet as a mouse.
Can't I even give a little hint?
Not one word.
Well, suppose he brings up the subject of marriage.
Well, that's different, but don't you start it.
Well, Mr. Clampett, I guess there's nothing standing in the way of our plans now.
He brought it up. He brought it up. Sit down, Mark, and we'll discuss this over a cup of coffee.
Fine.
Mark, what plans are you referring to?
Plans for our oceanography research.
Oh, them. You want a cup of coffee, Jed?
No, Granny. I'm going to fetch Mark that check for $48 million.
Oh, what a handsome dowry.
It's for research. And don't you forget your promise.
Don't worry about me, Jed. I'm going to be busy making pudding.
Fine. I'll be right back.
You like pudding, Mark?
You bet. What kind you making?
Well, let's see what we got here. Oh, dear. I spelt rice all over you.
That's all right. It won't hurt anything.
True, true. As a matter of fact, it's kind of fun having rice spilt all over you.
Here you are, Mark. This will pay for a lot of research. What do you got all over you?
Rice. I must look like a groom at a wedding.
He brought it up. He brought it up. All right, son, now let's get down to business.
Come on, Mark. We're getting out of here.
Bring him back, Jed. I kept my word.
Hey, Granny, you got anything to eat?
You like rice?
Yeah.
Here.
Ellie Mae, Mark is waiting in the parlor. He's got news for you.
What is it, Pa?
Well, I think I'll let him tell you.
What you want to tell me, Mark?
Ellie, I've decided to resign my commission and leave the Navy.
How come?
Well, actually, there's several reasons. Let's sit down and talk about it.
Well, Mark, I'll see you before you leave for San Diego. Granny,
What's going on in there? Is he going to pop the question?
I don't think so.
Well, let's listen and find out.
Oh, Granny, Mark's saying goodbye to Ellie.
Goodbye. After what he's done,
What's he done?
let's listen and find out.
Let him alone. They want to talk. Mark's fixing to leave.
He can't leave with Ellie in that condition.
What condition?
Single.
I know this seems like a sudden decision, Ellie, but I really think it's for the...
Excuse me, y'all. Then they told me to fetch in this wood in case you wants a cozy fire in the fireplace.
Jethro, there's already plenty wood here.
Besides, I'm just leaving.
You're too late to hear anything, Granny. He's leaving.
Granny! My goodness. How did I get in there? I must have fell asleep and Jethro piled wood on me.
No, I didn't. You said...
Get out of here, you nitwit!
Hey, what's going on?
I'm doing my best to keep him out of the parlor, Jed. I had to roust him out with a piece of firewood.
Granny, you're making me out to be one of the...
He's trying it again!
Well, Mr. Clampett, I'm really looking forward to working with you in our oceanography project.
Me too. I gave you the check, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
Fine and dandy.
I'll stop at the bank on my way and open special account.
So long.
Well, Ellie, the last time you'll see me in uniform. In a few days, I'll be in mufti.
Good luck, Mark.
Clampett Oceanography Institute. Well, I see you've heard the news.
Right.
So Mr. Clampett's $48 million will be used for research.
Right.
Hey, you don't seem very upset.
Right.
But, Chief, the $48 million will come out of your bank.
Wrong.
Oh,
Right.
you're the treasurer of the Institute?
Right.
Who made that decision, you?
Right.
Chief, if you control the money, there'll never be a penny of it released for research.
Right.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Right.
Mark, my boy, welcome aboard. Oh, I'm glad we're going to be shipmates on this project.
Who made you treasurer?
Well, I volunteered.
Forget it.
What do you mean?
We've already elected officers. Mr. Clampett's president, and I'm treasurer.
Oh, you can't be treasurer. You're in the Navy.
I'm on my way to the base now to resign my commission.
You're leaving the Navy?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to devote my full time to this project.
Traitor, coward, deserter, yellow belly.
You know, Mr. Drysdale, I came here to deposit Mr. Clampett's $48 million in a special account. But in view of your attitude, I think I'll do business with another bank.
I said it and I'll say it again. Coward, traitor, deserter, yellow belly.
Hey!
Sorry, Mark, I had to use such language in front of you, but she deserves it.
Man, you are not to be believed. Goodbye, Miss Hathaway.
Goodbye,
Oh, wait, Mark, wait. Now, you wouldn't do this to an old Navy buddy, would you? A wounded veteran? A hero? Oh, Spunky Drysdale?
I'm afraid I would, Skunky.
That's Spunky! Hold it, sailor!
Yes?
Up to now, respect for that uniform has held my temper in check, but this is it. Now take off that jacket and get ready for the thrashing of your life.
Gotta be kidding.
What's the matter, you afraid?
Of course not.
Then peel off that jacket.
This is ridiculous.
And don't think your size is going to give you an edge, buddy. It's speed and courage that's going to win this fight. You're up against a tiger. Now, step outside. All right, Tiger. Now get out there and give him the thrashing of his life. She's small, but she's fast.
As you said, Lieutenant, he is not to be believed.
Tell me something, Miss Hathaway. What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
Well, every normal woman likes to feel needed. And around here, the need for someone normal is tremendous.
I'm sorry I lost my temper, Lieutenant. I've cooled off now. I hope you'll accept my apology.
That's okay.
And I want to wish you and Mr. Clampett every success with your project.
Thank you.
Now, I hope your discharge from the Navy goes smoothly, and if I can ever be of any help, please let me know.
Well, thanks again. So long.
Goodbye, Lieutenant.
So long, mate.
Congratulations, Chief. When the chips were down, you took it like a man.
The taking was easy. The trick was getting his jacket.
You picked his pocket. You have sunk to the level of a petty thief.
Since when is 48 million petty?
appreciate this opportunity, Miss Hathaway, but I'll never be able to take your place. You've been with Mr. Drysdale so long.
Too long. I should have left him years ago.
I'm sure I'll never be able to please him.
It's really very simple. First thing in the morning, simply bring him a stack of mortgages to be foreclosed, and he'll laugh merrily until noon.
What's going on in here? This is a private office.
I am merely briefing Miss Thompson on her duties as your new secretary. My resignation is on the desk.
You're leaving me?
Joyously, jubilantly, and belatedly.
But why? Where will you find another man like me to work for?
It won't be easy. Most of them are behind bars.
She doesn't mean it.
I'm afraid she does.
I have put it in writing. Read my resignation.
Mr. Drysdale, my conscience will not permit me to be associated with a man who has proven himself to be a liar, a cheat, a bully, and a coward. I'll sue you for slander.
Please do. I can prove every charge I've made.
Now, look, Miss Hathaway, you're overwrought. How about a cooling off period? A vacation with pay. A nice trip with all expenses on me.
Oh, Miss Hathaway, take it. Where would you send her?
Well, how about Venice?
Venice. It's beautiful.
Right. If she leaves now, she could be back at her desk at 4 o'clock.
To Venice and back?
Why, sure. You just drive out Wilshire Boulevard to the ocean. You make a left turn.
Forget it!
Well, how about Marineland? Hey, I've got a pass. Oh, Miss Hathaway, how can you leave a sweet man like me?
Huh?
You'll never be able to get another job like this. I'll blacklist you.
I couldn't care less. I'm going to relax completely and enjoy myself.
How? What'll you do?
I'll take a place at the beach. The grunion are running.
Grunion?
What are grunions?
Oh, they're little fish that appear on the beach at certain times of the year. They're expecting a record run.
Grunion coming tonight. Huge invasion predicted. Oh, I'll bet that's fun. Might I join you?
You might not. You're working late.
Oh, chin up, Helen. Outwardly, he may appear gruff and mean, but inwardly, he is completely rotten. Oh, and you might as well take this down. The moment Mark Templeton's out of the Navy, you're through. Top.
She's right. I've got to keep that boy in the Navy.
Do you plan to do something terribly rotten? If so, might I watch? I've never seen a real bounder in action.
Is that you, Mr. Drysdale?
Aye. I just wanted to shake your hand before shoving off.
But how come you to be got up like this and toting a gun?
I've an order to report combat ready by 1800 hours.
Combat ready? You fixing to fight somebody?
Our Navy is the first line of defense, Mr. Clampett. And with so many of the young men quitting now just when they're needed, they're asking some of us old veterans to step into the breach.
Is our country in some kind of trouble?
You haven't heard?
Oh, Mark didn't say nothing.
Please, I wish you wouldn't mention that name.
Mark, why not?
Mr. Clampett, I am proud of the Navy and its tradition for bravery. And anyone who would quit at a time like this brings disgrace on all of us boys in blue. So if I don't come back, look after my wife.
Now, wait a minute. What's going on?
You don't know about the grunion?
Grunion? Never heard of him.
Well, the Navy's been expecting trouble with them for years, and now it's here.
Grunion coming tonight. Huge invasion predicted. Does Mark know about that?
He's a lieutenant in the United States Navy.
Seems to me he picked a pretty poor time to quit.
You're taking it calmly. I thought Miss Hathaway was going to scratch his eyes out.
Sure enough?
Yes. When he announced he was resigning his commission to become treasurer of your oceanography project, she was speechless with rage. And when he tried to give her your check for deposit, she slapped it out of his hand.
Is that a fact?
And when, because of my friendship to you, I accepted it, she got so furious with me, she resigned.
No.
Yes, well, just listen to what she has to say about Mark Templeton. My conscience will not permit me to be associated with a man who has proven himself to be a liar, a cheat, a bully, and a coward.
That was harsh words.
You could just read it yourself. I'm sure you can recognize her signature.
That's it, all right.
Who are you talking to, Jed?
It's Mr. Drysdale. He's fixing to help the Navy fight off the Grunion.
What's Grunion?
Well, let Mr. Drysdale explain it to you. I got something to tend to.
They're a fierce, warlike people who are ready to invade us.
Where is they from?
Oh, they're from the island of Grun.
Well, if the Navy is fixing to fight them, how come Mark is getting out?
Because he's a yellow-bellied coward. And I wouldn't let Ellie Mae have anything to do with him unless he promises to stay in the Navy.
Mark, it's Jed Clampett speaking. There's something I want to ask you. Do you know about the Grunion?
The Grunion? Oh, sure. Some of my buddies are planning to go after him.
What about you?
No, not me. All I can think about is getting out of the Navy.
Thanks, Mark. You told me what I needed to know. Bye.
To tell the truth, I never have trusted that frog man.
Mr. Drysdale, I just talked to Mark down in San Diego.
You didn't?
Yep. And there's no doubt about it. That boy is yellow as a summer squash.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, I told you so. Well, I'm off to defend my country against the invader.
Granny, fetch the guns. We're headed for the beach.
We gonna fight the Grunions?
You betcha. This country's been good to us, and we ain't gonna let her down just when she needs us.
Jethro! Ellie Mae! Come a running!
Well, now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. Here?